ஓம். ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ. Thank you all for joining. So today we are in the fourth day of Margazhi Tamil month, where we are in the solar calendar and we are trying to do our upasana on Thiruppavai and Thiruppavai. Today we are doing Thiruppavai first, as always. The first day we did the upasana on Lord Krishna. In the evening we chanted Sri Krishna Ashtakam, and morning we did Krishna Japa along with the dhyana. And the second day we did Vishnu Japa, that is Narayana. And in the evening we did Vishnu Stuti, the Vishnu Stotram, Shantakaram, Bhujakasayanam, Padmanabham, Suresham, and all that. And then in the day 3 we did Vamana, Trivikrama Japa, and his Upasana, meditation, both. And then in the evening we did Vamana Stuti. Right? So now in the day 4, what is there continuing? Let us see. The fourth day shloka is Mazhi Kanna sorry, ஒன்று நீ கை கரவேல் ஆழிமழை கண்ணா ஒன்று நீ கை கரவேல் ஆழியுள் புக்கு முகந்து கோடா தேரி ஆடியுள் புக்கு முகர்ந்து கோடார் தேரி ஊழி முதல்வன் உருவம் போல் மெய் கருத்து ஊழி முதல்வன் உருவம் போல் மெய் கருத்து பாழியின் தோளுடை பத்மநாபன் கையில் பாழியின் தோளுடை பத்மநாபன் கையில் ஆழி போல் மின் நீ வலம்புரி போல் நின்றதிர்ந்து ஆழி போல் மின் நீ வலம்புரி போல் நின்றதிர்ந்து தாழாதே சார்கம் உதைத்த சரமழை போல் தாழாதே சார்கம் உதைத்த சரமழை போல் வாழ உலகினில் பெய்திடாய் நாங்களும் வாழ உலகினில் பெய்திடாய் நாங்களும் மார்கழி நீராட மகிழ்ந்தேலோரெம் பாவாய் மார்கழி நீராட மகிழ்ந்தேலோரெம் பாவாய். What is said here? ஆழிமழை கண்ணா ஒன்று நீ கை கரவேல் ஆழி உள் புக்கு முகந்து கொடார் தேரி ஊழி முதல்வன் உருவம் போல் மெய்கருத்து பாழியன் தோளுடை பத்மநாபன் கையில் ஆழி போல் மின்னி வலம்புரி போல் நின்று அதிர்ந்து தாழாதே சார்ங்கம் உதைத்த சரமழை போல் வாழ உலகினில் பெய்திடாய் நாங்களும் மார்கழி நீராட மகிழ்ந்தேலோர் எம்பாவாய். So, what is said here is that, O Parjanya, the Lord of the clouds. So, here we are continuing. Yesterday, on the day 3, we saw that the Vamana himself had taken the Trivikrama form and he asked to Mahabali for three paces of the land. And then one he kept on the earth, one on the celestial world, and then one on the head of the Mahabali. So after that, what did we see? After we let us all Andal saying that let us all set out to take bath by singing the glory of that Vamana and Trivikrama, and let us all offer flowers to the goddess Bhuma Devi or Lakshmi. By worshipping her, what will we get? The land will get abundance, because Lakshmi is the devata of abundance. Because of the abundance, what will we get? We get rain 3 times, and then the paddy will flourish, and then the fields will be all green, and the water bodies will have fishes, and they leap here and there and frolic in the fields, and then the spotted bees are there on the water lilies, and the cows will get a lot of food, the grasses. Because of that, they give the milk generously without holding, and because they are like the benevolent benefactor, and also we should become like a cow, keep giving and not holding, and the wealth will increase boundlessly and never diminishing. So once we understand that this is all happening, how is it possible? Is it possible to get the rain like that? Is it possible to get the wealth like that? Is it possible to make the earth flourish? It is not for one person at all. So here Andal Kodai is asking for the rain, for the nourishment of the earth, and for the well-being of so many around her. So here, if we see in the urban or we be it in the village, we all live in our family-based life or self-centered life. But here, Kodai, being an alvar and being a devotee of the god, she is asking for lokakshema. So that lokakshema, because of which the whole world can flourish. So such a beautiful devotional upliftment she has got, that she is able to think for the world and not just for herself, which is a wonderful thought process. And also, this is just equivalent to that of the Bhagavad Gita. How it is equivalent to that of the Bhagavad Gita? So let us try to see how this verse is equated to that of the Bhagavad Gita. So if you see here, if you see here, yes, the presentation I have shared. Thiruppavai Pasaram 4 and Bhagavad Gita 3rd chapter 14th verse are same. How? Let us try to understand the context of this. Thiruppavai Pasaram 4, where Andal invokes Parjanya rain during the Pavai Vratam. During when they are already taken up the Pavai Vratam 2 days back in the second day itself. Today is the 4th day and she has been undergoing it already. And she is praying for the universal welfare and not for the personal gain. And here there is a philosophical foundation of Bhagavad Gita's quotation also. What is that? Annat bhavanti bhutani parjanyat anna sambhavaha yajnat bhavati parjanyo yajnyak karma samudbhavaha. Briefing of that is that the living beings live on the food. The food is attained from the rain. The rain comes from the yajna. We might be thinking rain is coming from sun and the wind. How is this yajna? Or the clouds, and clouds is because of the precipitation, because it gets condensed under the water bodies. The sun gives the light, and then because of too much of the heat, all this the water goes as a water vapor from the water bodies, and because of that the clouds get clouded, and once they cannot hold anymore, the precipitation happens. This is what we understand as the rain mechanism, which is coming forth, because of which the crops grow, and then the food is generated and the living beings are flourishing. But how is this yajna is giving the rain? The yajna is arised from the righteous action. What is this righteous action? Say, if we pollute the water, and if we keep digging houses, keep stopping the water bodies to get secluded, instead we keep using it for house construction, we demolish, we do deforestation, instead of that try to make it a crop area. These all will uh, bring an imbalance in the biological clock, like in the whole universe, because of which what happens is that the righteous action is not done, because you are self-centered. You want, you are doing it for your own goodness, your own clan wealth, well-being, but or for your own happiness. But because of, but you are in ignorance, you do not know that because of this the water vapor which has to go, or the plants, or even the water bodies, whichever they give up to make the clouds, it doesn't happen. That is why either we get into too much of rain, or we get scarcity of rain, the crops cannot grow, and you need to pay so much to the some other countries to get the crops, and all this everywhere. India is still not into growing. So, what the conceptual mapping of the Gita and Thiruppavai, if you see, is in Gita they say you should follow the Yajna Bhava, meaning do not do a self centered action, do the righteous action, keeping in all of the whole ecosystem to develop, not just your clan alone to develop. The whole ecosystem should flourish. Only then you can have a right way of living, the whole world can flourish. So here this Yajna Bhava is not self-centered living, but based upon the whole world perspective to live, because you are in the top chief part of the ecosystem, and it is your position to balance it, and you are responsible to balance it. That is why here you see the yajna is equivalent to that of the Pavai Vratam. What is Pavai Vratam? We already know. Anyway, we will see that again also. This Pavai Vratam is nothing but the Indriya Nigraha, the ney unno, pal unno, the Indriya Nigraha, that is the control of the senses. Not that I am controlling, I am using it in moderation. மையிட்டு எழுதோம் மலரிட்டு நாம் முடியும். That is renunciation, that is leaving the attachment to the body, because I am attached to my body and my people, that I am doing all these which is against the nature. செய்யாதன செய்யோம், செய்யாதன செய்யோம், like whatever you should not do by kaika, vachika, manasika, by destroying this ecosystem, by putting the plastic here and there, and destroying the cows and the health of the fish and everything, is செய்யாதன. What you should not do, that you are doing, but you should not do in this period. தீக்குறளை சென்றோதும், தீக்குறளை சென்றோதும் ahimsa, both in the body level, in the speech level, and the mind level. Because if you keep cutting even the plants, or the animals, or anything in the ecosystem, or even the other person, then it is also causing an imbalance. ஐயமும் பிச்சையும் அந்தனையும் கை காட்டி, meaning கை கட்டி means Kai Kati, yes, that's right. Okay, anyway, Dana Aparigraha Asteya, meaning I keep accumulating things for myself because of aggregation of so much of things only to myself. There becomes a scarcity in some other place. If you have something, you either if you have excess, give, or if you do not have, only take that much that is needed for you. Do not keep accumulating, because of which the whole ecosystem balance is going away. So, when you have the senses and the mind control, and meaning the moderation, when you have the renunciation of yourself, not getting attached to the body, I-ness and minus, when you have the kaika, vachika, manasika, brahmacharya, when you have the ahimsa in the body level, in the speech level, in the mind level, and when you do the dana, aparigraha, asteya, then automatically you are living in the yajna bhava. So the discipline, self-offering and devotion brings you to see your heart expanding, and early rising and taking the cold bath and the collective prayer makes you to understand that I am not alone. I need to live for so many more people. Because of this, what you get? Parjanya. Parjanya means the rain. That is the God's divine grace, we can say. And because of that, what happens? The anna, the food crops grow. And because of the crops, what happens? The sustenance of the life happens. And the bhutani bhavanti, all the everything flourish. So all living beings flourish because of that. So Pave Vratam is equal to Yajna. Because of that, we get Parjanya or the divine grace, and from that we get the food and the sustenance, the Annam, and all living beings are able to flourish. So continuing, so Pavai Vratam trains the senses, cultivates non-attachment, promotes self-restraint, and encourages charity. So, prepares the devotee to receive the divine grace and produce the sustenance for all the living beings, just for not myself. So, Andal's prayer is not for personal gain. This is the important point today. So, what is our problem is that we always work for our or mine or my family, the personal gain, because of which I go unpaid to so many malls and so many resorts, because all you have been exists. That's why you're able to do that. That is why the education system and the medical system has become business, because you are ready to give, as you have already have secured so much of the money. So Andal's prayer is here not for herself. It is not for a personal core. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Her intention is for full water bodies, successful vrata for everybody, because of which everyone live with the intention of not only for myself, they have vasutaiva kutumpakam, including everybody in their heart, and the universal well-being, lokakshemam. So in one line summary, the Yajna Bhava in Bhagavad Gita is the Pravai Vratam, the Parjanya, the rain which is explained in the Bhagavad Gita is the divine grace which we receive, and the annam which they get because of the Parjanya in Bhagavad Gita is nothing but the sustenance, and the Bhutani, all the living beings, get the world welfare. So by concluding now, what I am going to say is that Bhagavad Gita gives the philosophical foundation. If you do not have the intellect to get that, then Thiruppavai expresses it through devotion. Your heart is ready to open up, and once you open up, and if you have the philosophical foundation also, then both of them gives a strong foundation. Together they teach you the self-offering leads to the Bhagavan's grace. Bhagavan's grace makes the sustenance of the life. The sustenance of the life flourishes in harmony. So with this, what I am trying to say is that the Bhagavad Kripa is very much needed. For that you need to show that you are, prove that you are capable, you are ready for it, and you are fit for it. So let us all try to do one meditation on this. Sit quietly, any asana that is suitable for you. Remember that this is not an imagination but Andal's vision. So closing your eyes, hands in preferably yoni mudra, both the thumb touching each other, the forefinger touching each other. You may open the eyes and look at it. The little finger crossed, the ring fingers crossed, the middle fingers crossed. The forefinger will be downward, the thumb will be upward. The thumb is placed close to the navel, the forefinger will be on the lap. So, in the Yoni Mudra, the elbows are going far away from the waist, which means that your chest is opening up. You are ready for the chitta vishalata, and your chitta ekagrata automatically attained because of the forefinger joined together pointing down. And Chitta Shuddhi happens by doing this meditation right now. So you are getting qualification for the Bhagavan's Anugraham by doing this meditation today. It is very serious. Try to connect with this without any distractions. Closing your eyes, let the breath become cool and steady. Become aware of this breathing. The back, neck, head are in straight line. The breath is settling slowly. You have adopted Yoni Mudra. Become aware of this state of mind right now. Your state of mind is for the chitta shuddhi, chitta ekagrata, chitta vishalata, by which you are getting the anugraha prapti of Bhagavan. So, visualize the ocean yielding all its water in the heart center. No resistance, no hovering. This is the vairagya of the nature. Do we have that vairagya within us? See the waters rise, obeying the Lord's will. Are we connecting to Lord's will? And do we have the vairagya within us? Let the viveka bring the vairagya to us, to not to hoard anything, but to just accept things only that is needed for me. The clouds form dark like Lord Krishna, not blackness of storm, but Shyamala Saundaryam. The clouds itself become Bhagavan's body. Rest your mind here. The lightning flashes. It is Ari. What is Ari? It is equator to that of the Sudarshana. Sudarshana chakra. Instant, precise righteousness is achieved by Sudarshana chakra. It cuts us asunder. The inner dryness, which is the ego, and the delay in the surrender is all removed. You are ready to surrender right away because of Sudarshana chakras. Cut through your inner ego. Let that light flow through your whole heart center, illumining you for the conch. The thunder rolls across the sky. This is the conch Panchajanya. It announces Bhagavan has accepted the vrata. Let your heart vibrate with that sound for few moments. You may say Yam, Yam, Yam. Now only to be heard to you. Now Manasika. Now stop the Manasika also. Just become available for the silence. And feel that the rain pours, not random drops. It's like arrows from the Sharanga bow. Every drop reaches its mark. The fields awaken, the tanks fill, the rivers sing. This rain is the Anugraha. See the Gopikas entering the water joyfully in the heart center. The cold, clear, sacred. It is not for their own comfort. This is the discipline offered as love, that I will wake up at this point of time. I will not delay to take bath. I will just go and take bath. I will have regularity and sincerity in myself. Let that bhava enter in you as well, that I will be regular and sincere in my duties and in my upasana, personal, professional, social, and spiritual, all of them with the right time given. doing at the right time with the right bhava, in the right quantity and the quality is what is this Margari Snana Bhava is bringing you into. Andal assures through this rain the land prospers. Your vrata succeeds. The Indriya Nigraha, the Mano Nigraha, Dana, Aparigraha, Asteya, Satya, Ahimsa, Brahmacharya, Tapas. These are the one which we had brought into our life through this vrata, and all the beings live happily. The bhakti deepens. Feel the anahata chakra vibrating. The anahata chakra is nothing but from the heart center. If you draw a line on the spinal cord, there is a point where all the nerves join. The subtle joining of all the nerves together in the heart center. From the heart center to the backbone is the anahata chakra. And you can now just feel that this anahata chakra is getting vibrated with the unheard sound. So remain still and connect with that. If possible, use the tongue and try to fold the tongue and keep it behind as if you are going to touch the nose, nasal passage through that your top of the head. And tongue is folded and taken behind. Slowly release the tongue. Silently bow to Andal. Silently bow to Parjanya. And bow to Sri Krishna. Stay with the breath for few moments. Let us feel Andal's presence in our heart. A pure devotee and a true being needing only Lokakshema. I would pray to God only for the Lokakshema and not for any of my or my family members' well being, because mine and family members are included in Loka. The hands together in the Anjali Mudra in front of the chest. You may please chant along with me. असतो मा सत्कमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मोक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ. Rub the palms together and produce a lot of heat. Cup your eyes with the vitality, heat, positivity, and let it split through your whole body to bring that courage and efforts, the vairagya, to be able to follow this indriya nigraha, mano nigraha, satya, asteya, aparigraha, brahmacharya, ahimsa, and tapas. The God's grace definitely flows through you then, and you become fit for any further evolution as you get chitta shuddhi, chitta ekagrata, and chitta vishalata. You are living for everybody and not for yourself, opening your eyes to the palms. Hari Om. Let's try to remain in silence for a few minutes before we start Thiruppavai.